Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the action. We're coming to you live on Sky Sports from the Citywest, Dublin. Welcome back to the action. This is the Unibet World Grand Prix. It's time now for the reigning world champion to take on the former world youth champion. As Jabba meets the flying Scotsman, it's Gary Anderson and Jamie Caven.
Sense Gary Anderson keen to get on with business, fairly sprinted up to the oche there, didn't he? Jamie Caven, record poor in this competition, never won a match in Dublin. This is his 7th attempt to go into round 2. Gary Anderson looking to reach the final for the first time. Semi-finalist in this event 2 years ago. Red hot favourite to win this one, the Flying Scotsman. Will he book his spot in round 2? Rod Harrington and Rod Studd, your commentators.
Yes, Dave, semi-finalist Gary Anderson you mentioned, but never beyond the semi-final at the World Grand Prix. Incredible to think with what he's achieved over the last 2 or 3 years. 2 World Championship, Premier Leagues as well, Players Championship finals as well, but this has not been a happy hunting ground for him or Jamie Caven, as Dave was just saying. Kirk Bevins, well, not only a top-class caller and match referee, but clearly not bad at joinery. Maybe I'll do a little bit of DIY around your house, Rodney, of a weekend if he's not calling on the Pro Tour. What do you make of this match?
Well, it could be close, or Gary could just run away with it. I mean, Jamie Caven, we know that he's got a great game in him, but we haven't seen it for quite a while. I mean, the last time I seen him play really brilliantly was just over 2 years ago in Austria. He lost in the final to Vincent van der Voort, and he beat, I think he beat Henson that day, certainly beat Peter Wright and a few others. So he has got a great game in him, but he's got to hope that Anderson's not on his doubles and that double top. It is a great level up, the double in.
Well, the last televised meeting, 2014 match play. Gary Anderson beat Jamie Caven 10-8. Jamie Caven was whitewashed at this year's match play.
59.
Well, Anderson's had a bit of a rest over the last couple of weeks, had a holiday, so he must come into it with the batteries well and truly charged. And he needs to get back to some good form, because really, Rodders, the last 4 or 5 tournaments he's been lacking a little bit.
161.
Well, he's very relaxed about things, as you were hinting there, Rod, with his saying he's been on holiday with his young family, and you get the feeling that darts is not Gary Anderson's life. Darts is in his life, but it's not his whole life, is it? Tops here for the world champion.
40.
Well, he does come across that way, but deep down, I think that's just Gary's way of dealing with it, dealing with the pressure, to try and take the pressure off himself. I mean, he is a very casual player, there's no question about that. As that double top suggests.
Second leg is Jamie to throw first. Game on.
Well, the fact is, Rod, whatever anyone says about Gary Anderson, and if he never won another darts match again in his life, he's got nothing to prove to anybody. He's won the World Championship twice, and on one of those occasions, he defeated Phil Taylor in a thrilling final at the Alexandra Palace when he went toe-to-toe with the greatest player that's ever thrown. Got nothing to prove.
No, when you've got that, you know, what we call the scoring power, you're always going to be tough to beat. You know, you're always going to have the upper hand against most players. Especially when you start finding the trouble with the first dart like that.
177.
And this pace is perfect for both of them, especially for Gary Anderson.
100.
Because he started off well, and you expect him to carry on.
Just mentioned the World Championship. It's not long till Gary Anderson goes for the three-peat at the Alexandra Palace. Only just over a couple of months till we convene in the capital.
Gary, you require 84.
But he will be coming back.
Yeah, Gary's eyesight is not the best either. As a professional dart player, that does make me laugh.
It does, doesn't it? It really is a paradox, isn't it? The world champion, double world champion, and he says he can't see what he's aiming at. He can hit it though, Rodney, can't he?
Well, he can just see these bright colours, and most of them are red. I always remember Dennis Priestley being the same. You know, the amount of times Dennis used to ask the caller if it was in, and yeah, quite hilarious, really. But muscle memory is all you need to have, and certainly Anderson's got that in this game.
So very easy when on song, the Flying Scotsman. Two opening eggs in his pocket. One more will give him the first set. We've already seen James Wade eliminated tonight as Caven pummels in his first maximum. That was the first big shot. Adrian Lewis, I thought, was absolutely superb tonight against Jelle Klaassen, who played brilliantly himself. Lewis won. And if Gary Anderson does win, it will be Anderson versus Anderson in the next round, because Kyle of that ilk is through.
I have to say, you're right about Adrian Lewis. I thought he was very impressive today, and the one thing that really did impress me was his last dart. The amount of times he hit the treble 20 with that last dart, because he was more deliberate. You know, he didn't waste any darts like he normally does. He knew he had a job to do, and he did it this evening. Good display.
That's the target Anderson's looking at for the set. Not sure how much Gary can see of it. Bottom left-hand corner. Well, he went over the top of that particular part of the bed.
24.
Double six now for Jamie Caven to stay in the set. You feel that that might be the end of it, although Anderson is messing around in the madhouse.
Well, we were talking before we went on air, aim high. That's what we were saying, especially about the Robert Thornton. And that's exactly why Gary Anderson wraps this up just under the 100 average. He is on fire at the moment. He's won the first set, 3 legs to 0 against Jamie Caven. Can he wrap this game up in record time? We will find out when we come back.
Great way to end night one here at the Citywest. Well, Jamie Caven's night will be done unless he wins this set. He's got to find something from somewhere, because Anderson there
Second set,
just
first leg is
walks
Jamie
through
to
the set
throw
run,
first.
doesn't he?
Game on.
Absolutely no bother whatsoever.
Well, he hadn't messed around on them doubles, he would have been over the 100 average, which had been the first this evening. 100 average, but still time for him to just push that average up to over the 100.
56.
But he's been very impressive in getting in, hasn't he? I mean, it's so important to get in first or second dart. At the third dart as a scoring dart, and it puts pressure on your opponent straight away. But his scoring power, I mean, he's getting a lot of first darts high in the treble as well, which always helps.
Hello, he has found something, Jamie Caven.
140.
Suddenly throwing with just a little bit more relaxation, a little more loosely.
138. Jamie, you require 141. 65. Gary Uruguay 170.
Well, top of the shop, but it's not to be. So
58.
Caven comes back at the 25, so it guaranteed himself a dart of the double. Oh well, now it may not guarantee himself a dart of the double.
Well, 2 chances to leave a double miss, and this will be a savage blow. If Anderson hits double 16, it will be an absolute solar plexus belter.
Second leg is Gary to throw first.
Caven must feel sick to the pit of his stomach because he controlled the leg and muffed it right at the end.
Well, he went for the 25, didn't he? Leave 76 instead of the 81, which is a sensible shot, percentage shot, giving yourself the double and not at the bullseye. But then goes and misses the big number. And what do we always say?
32.
Do not miss those big numbers. And of course, you just had a feeling Anderson was going to step up and really punish him, and he did.
55.
Well, now Jamie Caven in danger of being whitewashed.
100.
6 straight legs of darts here by the world champion.
81.
As I mentioned, he suffered a whitewashing at the World Match Play in the opening round of that competition this year. Van Gerwen did for him.
The thing is, when you're playing Anderson, Taylor, Van Gerwen at the moment,
85.
when you give yourself chances, you have to take them. Jamie Caven, I think, was leg 2 or leg 3. 3 darts at double 12. You know, if you're going to miss them, you are going to get punished, because that's why Gary Anderson's the double world champion, won the Premier League and quite a few others, to be quite honest. So, you know, when you got chances, you have to take them.
96 lead for Anderson. So whatever happens here, pin the treble 19 with the second dart. Anderson's coming back for a 2-dart combination to make it 5 consecutive legs and move to within 1 leg of the match.
78.
No, sir.
Jamie Uruguay 76.
Well, the same 76 as he had in the previous leg. This time, he's going to get 2 darts at double 8. This time, he has hit the double 8. So, first leg on the board for Jamie Caven. And it was a breaker throw, so he's put himself back in this match.
60.
Wow, with a set format, it can swing very quickly. In legs, Anderson 4, Caven 1. No problems for the world champion. That breaker throw wouldn't really be of very much significance. But in sets, well, very different story, because here Caven, 1-all in legs here on a set in which he's got the darts rod. Holds throw twice more, he's won the set and leveled the match.
You're exactly right. That's why there are players that prefer the set format because of that. If you're a player that's not as consistent as the power scoring of the big boys, then the set play is certainly better for you. Where match plays, we call it, you know, Anderson would be 4-1 up and coasting.
$60. $140. 77.
Well, again, Caven has a chance to leave something manageable. Oh, I'll tell you what, here, well, he's had 4-ton 40s or better, and that is another one in that category by the outer ball. Oh, double 11 Anderson here for a 1-2-4 after Caven set up a 1-dart finish. Incredible. Absolute world-class, world championship finishing from Gary Anderson.
Well, 2 checkouts in this match, 112 in the previous set that give him control, and now the 1-2-4. And he's kicked off the double top first dart.
120.
Now, that was a sucker punch. It really was. Jamie's thinking, right, I get this leg, and I've got 2 legs to win one of the last 2 legs to wrap the set up, and all of a sudden, however, that is what Anderson's all about.
Yeah, that was top class. It really was.
97.
The opportunity spotted and seized by the Scotsman, because Caven there has nothing to reproach himself about. He
55.
Played it beautifully, that leg. But Anderson had other ideas. Now he's one leg away from the match again now.
100.
And it has been an extremely good performance from the Scotsman. Adrian Lewis we mentioned as well, a top-class performance tonight.
140.
Fair to say that they've been the standout performers on this opening evening. And tomorrow, well,
100.
Mark Van Gerwen and Phil Taylor both in action.
Yes, you have to say the way Phil Taylor's playing over the last couple of months, to be quite honest, I think
60.
Taylor's probably playing some of the best starts of his career.
For the match, double 12, and he's won the World Championship twice on double 12, and he's won this match on the self-same double. Jamie Caven blown away by the flying Scotsman in no time at all. Anderson races into round 2. Well, coming next, we've still got one match to come. Mervyn King against the great Dutchman, Raymond van Barneveld.